The reason I make all the guarantees about what you will receive from the 4 weeks to your best life, the reason I do that is because I have them. I've experienced these things, so I know that they're true. I know that for sure if you were to do the work, you're going to experience the results. There's no way. What I've done with myself and what I've done with all of my clients, I can for sure give you this guarantee. Now, if you don't do the work, then you're not going to get the results, but then you'll know that you've been the one not doing the work. That's all. That's what will happen. You won't get the results from here, but there'll be no one else that you could blame. But I'm going to tell you something else, because this is the one that was so challenging for me for a lot of reasons, because I was stuck. I was really stuck in everything, and I had a lot of fear. I told the story often about when my mother was asked when I was younger, what was Roger like as a child? What was Roger like? And she would always say, and I would watch this. She would sit and think about it for a while because she couldn't come up with an answer. And then she said, he was careful. He was careful, which meant I was afraid. You see, that was code word for he was afraid. And I understood that. And so because of that, I couldn't really easily move into new places and so I was stuck. And I talked about the jobs in some of my other videos, how we hang on to things, because I did that, you see. Because I couldn't surrender. This is going to be, I couldn't understand this for a while, but you'll get it. I'm going to say what's in this philosophy. Surrender does not necessarily mean defeat, but can indicate strength and courage. And I had to work through quite a bit of that to change my perception. Again, everything we experience is because of our perceptions. So when I hear the word surrender, that felt like, oh, am I being weak? Am I giving up? Or all of that? I go, no. I was surrendering the control that my ego had over me. That's what I was surrendering. See, because I would be in a place and I know I want to move, but my ego would say, no, you can't do that. Hang out here. I'm going to explain the idea of the ego that I have received from this work, from this philosophy. The ego is a separate thing that we've made up, that sits outside of us. We've made it up, this ego, that thinks it's going to keep us protected and safe. And the way that it does that is by keeping us in the same place. And the way that it keeps in the same place by injecting fear and doubt. Wow, okay. That's what happens. And so our ego we're going to stay right here. I'm not going to go out here and try to do something new. I'm not going to even venture to see what might be within me. I'm not going to even explore what I might have that I could develop and maybe give back to the world. I'm not going to think that possibly I could be a person who could become wealthy, because that's not in my perception. I haven't figured that out. I'll tell you one thing that I love so much, and this help was Les Brown. He's a motivational speaker, and I love Les Brown. And he said, the most difficult thing the easiest thing that he ever did, this is good. Think about it. The easiest thing that he ever did was earn $1 million. The most difficult thing he did was convince himself that he could do it. That's true for all of us. That's what I'm saying. That's what comes out. So when I allowed myself to surrender to what I was feeling, to what I was being guided to do, and just go and do it, my life changed. That's what will happen for you as well.